We have VCU head coach Shaka Smart, and he will begin with an opening statement.
Great to be here in San Diego. Our guys are excited. It's a terrific opportunity for us with the game tomorrow. Stephen F. Austin has had a terrific season, and Coach Underwood and his players just done a phenomenal job. So for us, it'll be a heck of a challenge, and we're excited to be here.
Questions?
Hey, Coach Myron Medcalf, ESPN.com. I believe Stephen F. Austin is 11th in offensive rebounding rate. What do you have to do to slow them down on the offensive glass, and how much of a factor will that be tomorrow?
Yeah, you got to put a body on them. They're very good at going to the glass. They're relentless the way that they pursue the basketball. They go and get a lot of those 50-50 rebounds that could go to either team. And it's not really a matter of necessarily them jumping over you. It's a matter of them, just really outworking you. So you got to do a good job matching their energy level, their physicality level. They're a very, very tough team, hard-nosed team. So I think putting a body on them and just making a commitment as a team to gang rebound and get 5 guys out there to go after the ball.
What's Melvin's status for this weekend, especially tomorrow? Will he play? Is there any chance he plays?
I doubt it. He's doubtful for tomorrow. We practiced earlier, and he moved around a little bit, did some things. He can shoot, which is the best thing he does anyway. So maybe we'll put him in a game and just let him just stay on one end of the floor and shoot. But he's just not ready to move the way he needs to move yet to play, especially in our style of play. But I was telling someone earlier, we're just so thankful that he's much further along than he was several days ago when he hurt his knee last Saturday. The way that it looked, we were just worried that he was going to be out for a long, long time. And he's still out now, but it hopefully won't be too long.
When you have a player like
Can you give your name and affiliation?
Mark Wicker, Orange County Register, when you have a player like Briante Weber who is so adept at stealing the ball, was he like that when you recruited him? And with the emphasis on scouting, everybody knows he does that. He does it anyway. What are the things he does to keep doing that?
He was like that. That's one of the reasons that we were so attracted to him in the recruiting process. With our style of play, it's great to have people with active hands, with energy, with quickness. He has all those things at a high level. The key for him over the last few years has been him continuing to learn to be more disciplined. The better the opponent, the more they make you pay for gambling. So as our competition has gotten better and better, he just has had to learn that if he gambles and goes for steals all the time, people are going to make him pay. And the referees understand that he's going to try to do that as well. So he's got to be careful of foul trouble. His junior year here, he's done much better with that. He's made major progress. And that'll be a big key tomorrow against Stephen F. Austin because, their guards are very good with the ball. They're a terrific passing team, and they certainly can make you pay for gambling.
Myron Medcalf, ESPN.com. Just a follow-up to the Melvin question. What do you lose without him on the floor tomorrow?
A lot of shooting. He's a terrific shooter. Scoring overall, he scores in double figures for us. And he has just a moxie about him. And he's very, very well liked by his teammates. Tell you what, he when he got hurt, that was a big hit to our team just psychologically. And when they saw him moving around the other day, he still was a little ginger, but he moved around, and clearly it wasn't as bad of an injury as maybe some people originally thought. Our guys it was like we had won a championship game or something. So he means a lot to our team, and without him, we lose a guy that's made a lot of threes, that's scored a lot of points. But at this time of year, you need other guys to step up, and I think we have some guys on our team that are ready to do that.
Mark Wicker, Orange County Register. What's it been like recruiting guys now who are familiar with what you do, who watched you make that run, and you don't have to really explain what VCU is anymore? What's that been like?
It's helpful, that's for sure, in recruiting. When we first got to VCU, there was just a lot less visibility for our program, a lot less awareness, and some of the kids and coaches that we talked to had never seen us play. That's not the case anymore. Pretty much all the people that we call, whether it's a kid, 16, 17-year-old kid, or a high school coach, or an AAU coach, or a family member of a prospect, they've all seen us, so we don't have to tell them, hey, we press and we get up and down, we have an exciting style of play. They've seen it, and that is helpful because in recruiting, everybody's talking and saying all the things that they do, and it's much more powerful when you don't have to talk, when it's already out there visually. So that in itself doesn't get us, high-level players, but it certainly gets us in the door, and then we have to do a good job developing a relationship from there and convincing them VCU is the best place for them.
Myron Medcalf, ESPN.com. Your program has always been sort of the underdog, the Cinderella story. Now you're playing a team that people are saying Stephen F. Austin could be sort of the Cinderella story of this tournament. How do you feel about that, and what's it like just to be on the other side of it?
Well, it's definitely different. I mean, when we made the tournament in 2011, nobody thought really we even belonged in the tournament, so we were the ultimate underdog. The next year, we were a 12 seed playing against Wichita State, who was a 5 seed, and we certainly were not the favorite. They had had a phenomenal year, and that was something that we always have used, being the underdog. Last year, we were a 5 seed, so this will be our third straight year in the 5-12 game, and obviously it's a game historically that can go either way. And for our guys, I think the good thing for our older guys is they have a great understanding of that. They know that we've won as a 12 seed in this game. They've seen teams like Harvard earlier today win in the 12-5 game. So I think the seeds really go out the window once the game starts. I think our players understand that. Stephen F. Austin's players are certainly confident. They've won 28 straight games, so I don't think they're thinking about their seed in any way. I think they're just trying to go out and win a game, as are our guys.
Mark Wicker, Orange County Register. We're talking about the visibility of the program as well. Teams have had a chance to really break down the things you do defensively the last few years and moving up to the Atlantic 10. Have you had to tweak things or, pull things back or maybe even extend things to continue that success?
Well, we adjust our style of play. We adjust our presses, not so much because people have an awareness of what we're doing, but we just try to do certain things a little bit better. I think really it comes down to playing with great energy and terrific focus for our team. When we have those two things, energy and focus, we've been really, really successful. But at the same time, when you take the court, there's another team that wants to win just as bad as you do. So you've got to make sure you're trying to take away the things that they do well. Our style of play is one that's exciting to play. Our guys enjoy it. But it also takes a high level of commitment, both physically and mentally. So I'm fortunate to be able to coach guys that are very committed to that.
Paul Woody, Richmond Times-Dispatch. Shocking you talked about the 5-12 game and seeds don't matter. It does seem that Stephen F. Austin has sort of caught the fancy of the country, that they're the 12 team that's really destined to do big things in this tournament. Have you talked to your players about that, and have you used that in any way as motivation?
Well, I think our guys are aware of that. I mean, they watch SportsCenter. They see what people say. In fact, I believe we were watching the selection show on Sunday after the A-10 tournament championship game, and as soon as we were announced, then they announced Stephen F. Austin, and I believe Seth Davis right there said he picked Stephen F. Austin. So, starting there, I mean, I can see why people, would pick them. They've won 28 straight games. They have a terrific system. They've got guys that have winning experience. So I don't think our players are too caught up in that. I think we're just focused on doing the things that go into winning for us.
Myron Medcalf, ESPN.com. Recent announcement about the $25 million practice facility. What does that mean for this program, and how does that help this program going into the future?
Well, it's a huge step for our program in that I think it's a further commitment by VCU to men's and women's basketball. And it will give us a facility where not only where we'll practice, but where our guys' experience as student athletes will be enhanced. And that's, there's a lot of lip service sometimes around the country given to that term, student athlete experience. But I think when programs and administrators and coaches and the NCAA, step up and do things to enhance the experience that kids have, that's what it's all about. And there's no question that that practice facility will do that for us, and it will help us in recruiting, which hopefully in turn will attract more high-level student athletes and guys that can make our program better on and off the court.
Paul Woody, Richmond Times-Dispatch. Shaka, your guys generally play with a fairly high level of confidence. What do you do to instill that confidence in them? And you're a coach that lets his guys play and lets his guys shoot. How tough is that sometimes when they're taking shots that might look ill-advised or might be too quick in the shot clock?
Well, in answer to your confidence question, we just try to let the guys know we believe in them, we care about them, we know how good that they can be. This is a process. We're trying to help guys usually come into our program at 17, 18 years old, help them become the best version of themselves at 22 years old. And that takes time. And even at 22 years old, a lot of times people are not going to be exactly at the finish line in terms of their maturation as a player or as a person. So we just want to keep moving them forward and let the guys know we believe in them. So the confidence, I believe, comes from that. In terms of shot selection, we define early in the year, Paul, what we think is a good shot and what we think might not be a great shot. We work really hard as a staff to chart and monitor what we call shot quality every game. The shot quality does not always equate with a high shooting percentage, because if you get an open three-point shot for a Melvin Johnson, for instance, that would be a high-quality shot, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going in. All we can do is focus on the things that we control. I think we can control our shot quality a whole lot more than we can control our shooting percentage. So we're just trying to get good ones. You asked how I feel when guys don't take good ones. You just try to help them, especially the younger guys, understand that our goal on offense is very simple. It's to get a team score. It's not for any one individual guy to score. There's no other agenda. It's just for our team to score. Just like on defense, our goal is to get a team stop. So if we can keep 5 guys on the floor focused on those things, then we'll feel pretty good about the results.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thanks.